really not a huge fan of Cenk, however you say his last name, Cenk Uyghur. He had his own response to the Israeli strikes in Yemen, and this is what he had to say. And I did have sort of my own thoughts on what he had to say, so I'll just play this first.
Of Yemen, because they're terrorists, and on top of that, they murdered his entire cabinet. So the two separate bombings, according to Times of Israel, and why did they do that? Okay, you guys ready? Of course, as always, they're in defense for every time they go and attack neighbors, start wars, slaughter people, assassinate world leaders. Their excuse every time is what? Self-defense. Self-defense. We had to defend the native Germans in the Sudetenland. That's why we had to go and take the Sudetenland and Poland and all those other places just to defend the native Germans. It's self-defense. It's self-defense. That's why we had to, starve the Palestinians to death, because collective punishment and the murder of young children from malnourishment is self-defense. No, it's not. It's what fascists do. It's what terrorists do. So now in this case, they say, oh, well, of course, self-defense. Yemen was bothering our ships. It was costing us money. It was slowing down our trade. If you're slowing down our trade, well, then, of course, you deserve to have your entire cabinet murdered by the terrorist state of Israel. Okay, so now, is it definite that they're terrorists? Yes, because let's just do the shoe on the other foot, and real simple. So, for example, if the Houthis had murdered Benjamin Netanyahu, would they be called terrorists by every media organization? Well, you all know the answer to that. If you're a big Israeli supporter, you hate Israel, you're somewhere in the middle, you all know the answer. Of course they'd be called terrorists. Oh, my God, they murdered the prime minister of Israel. Terrorists! And they're Muslim on top. Dirty, savage Muslims. Terrorists, right?
Okay, so you get the idea. Despite Cenk's absolute hyperbole and the way that he describes everything, he is absolutely right there, insofar as to say that if any other nation were to conduct those same strikes where there's a cabinet meeting amongst military officials, amongst government officials, if any other country were to conduct an airstrike on a government building where a meeting is taking place, not only is that immediately grounds for total war, but that in any other context would be seen as terrorism.